And now that they came back from the break, the baby faces, Orton and Cody and Owens are still in the ring, and Aldis is pleading with them, and security, they're doing the hands up like, please, you have to go. Don't do this. And so the baby faces then beat up 12 security guys. And
that was ridiculous. The blonde guy on the floor was he was just like talking to no one. I'm like, this guy's going to do something.
Yeah. That's the thing with extras like that, where it had to be indie wrestling school guys or whoever, because they were taking the bumps like their lives depended on it. And the one guy that took the crossroads, goddamn, what a bump that was. Whoever you are, bravo, I applaud you.
But that's the problem. I mean,
but
it's cool, but everyone moves and looks fake.
That's what
more than anything. No one seems like a real security guard. They're all like, the way they're moving their hands and the way they're just like, stop, don't do that. Whatever they're saying nothing to Cody and them.
That's what you're doing my material. The way you move your hands, the way you shout at nothing. There you go. No, that's the thing, is that they're all obviously wrestlers because they're taking these bumps, and at the same time they're wanting to put their all into it. This is their big chance, and invariably people overact when they're put in these positions. So
overbump too.
And overbump, and they're just flying because they're trying, right? And it was exciting, but at the same time, and you tell me, when they beat up the security guys and then the baby faces got microphones and did the promo on the bloodline, and Cody got the last word. He got the longest promo because he was fired up and he delivered it, right? But then Aldis brings out uniformed cops, not security guys, but uniformed cops. But I'm looking and I'm saying, well, now those guys are fake because they still all look the same goddamn. Most New York cops, at least used to be when I was around there, look like a 50-year-old fucking Italian guy.
Well, I wouldn't say that's most cops. It's a younger police force now, but every one of those guys looks so clean and fake, like the security guards, that I was waiting for them to take bumps, and it never did.
Well, but see, here's the thing. The uniformed people, but they were holding their hands on their hips like they had guns, but they didn't have guns. And I'm looking.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm seeing. Yeah, it's like, we'll give them the impression we're going to draw at any point. Draw what? Draw a picture with the pen in your pocket. But also, they looked like they were wearing New York PD patches, but they didn't have like actual badges. Yet when they went to the back, because they're kicking the baby faces out of the building, and then they go to the back after a break again, and it looked like they may have had a couple of real cops with a legitimate badge mixed in that group. But they all looked a little suspicious, and the point I'm trying to make is, apparently, New York, the NYPD, restrictions, regulations, they apparently have cracked down on their cops doing shit, because you remember in the 60s, 70s, the 80s, it would be the real uniformed cops that were doing security around ringside that occasionally, not often, but occasionally would get in the ring and break guys up, right?
Oh,
Remember?
One of my favorite last examples of it happening in the Garden, actually, same building, when Roddy Piper hit Lou Albano with the record while Dick Clark's standing there. And then Cyndi Lauper grabs his foot and he kicks and she goes with the foot. A cop hits the ring. This guy must have been 55 years old. And he hits the ring and he's just like, come on, I gotta go. Whatever he says, he doesn't do anything. But you can tell he's a real cop who knew, I can't let this stand, that he hit the ring. And then he didn't have anything. He wasn't going to shoot Piper or anything.
Well, but now remember, hey,
what was he going to do? What was he? Get out of here. Well, go.
Now, think about this, though. Now, you never know about these reactions. So was he going to do? Shoot him? Remember that time in Louisville?
It's on video.
Time,
yeah.
Yes, Christmas time of 79. Lawler and Jimmy Hart are kicking a shit out of Ken Lucas in the middle of the ring, and they've wiped the referee out. And again, this exists on video. I've got it. I'm the one that recorded it off the TV show the next week. This guy rolls in, this fan, Mark, rolls in and gets on Jimmy Hart and starts wailing on him. And the cops, the real cops, hit the ring and pull that guy off and throw him over the fucking top rope on the other side of the ring, get him out of there. When Jerry Jarrett slides in from the other direction in street clothes to make the save that he's supposed to be making, and one of the cops turns around and sees another guy in street clothes sliding in the ring and grabs his gun. And you see him almost draw, and then he's, I see the blonde hair. And he turns around and goes about his business, jacking this other guy. And it's like, what the fuck? But nevertheless, that didn't happen here. But I was going to say, you remember the famous pictures in all the magazines when they had the Shea Stadium match with Bruno and Pedro Morales. They, as an angle, that was a babyface match, but George the Animal Steel tried to run in because he was fucking with both of them and break it up or fuck it up or whatever. And they actually have cops with guns, badges with the nightsticks around his neck, dragging him off the fucking field. And the picture was in all the magazines.
People who were there said it was the highlight of the match.
Exactly. So anyway, at some point, these cops have said, hey, we ain't going to work with you anymore. This is hoo-ha. But so now the top three baby faces in the company are out of there. Orton and Rhodes and Owens, oh my, have been booted.